spent her days helping her mother with household chores or reading under the sprawling banyan tree near her home. Mira's life was quite simple until one fateful day when something changed, something she couldn't explain. The first glimpse. One morning, Mira was walking to the local market when she suddenly froze in her tracks. Her eyes widened and she stared at an ancient temple by the river. Its stone steps gleaming in the sun, she whispered to herself, I have been here before. The strange thing was, Mira had never visited that part of the village before. Yet, as she stepped closer, a wave of emotion crashed over her. Joy, sadness, a strange sense of longing. She could almost hear the distant echo of bells and feel the touch of a silk sari bursting against her skin. When she reached home, her mother noticed her pale face. What happened, Mira? She asked. Mira hesitated, but brushed it off as tiredness. Yet, that night she dreamt of the temple. In her dream, she wasn't Mira. She was someone else, dressed in a red sari with gold bangles jingling on her wrists. Pieces of puzzle. Over the next few weeks, Mira couldn't shake the feeling that the temple held some connection to her. One day, while reading an old book about Indian mythology, she stumbled upon a line that struck her. When the soul carries unfulfilled promises, it finds its way back to complete them. Mira decided to confide in her grandmother, Amma, a wise woman who often spoke of karma and rebirth. Amma listened patiently as Mira described her dreams. It is possible, child, she said. Sometimes the soul remembers things that mind cannot. We must uncover what binds you to that place. A journey to the past. Determined to find answers, Mira visited the temple with Amma. As they entered, the head priest looked at Mira with surprise. Have we met before? He asked. Mira shook her head, but deep inside she felt an odd familiarity with his voice. Guided by the priest, Mira explored the temple. When she stepped into the sanctum, she felt an overwhelming sense of deja vu. She touched the cold stone walls and whispered, This was my home. The priest shared the story that the temple had been the site of a tragic event few decades ago. A young woman named Devaki, newly married to the merchant, had died in the fire during the festival. Her death was sudden, and it was her soul who lingered there, tied to the temple by unfinished dreams. The revelation. As Mira pieced together the story, memories began flooding back. She could see Devaki's life as if it was her own. The laughter, the vibrant festivals, and the love she shared with her husband. Most vividly, she remembered a promise Devaki had made to her husband to complete the renovation of the temple sanctum. But her untimely death had left the promise unfulfilled. Mira realized she was Devaki's reborn, carrying the weight of the unfinished task. Her heart raced with a mix of fear and purpose. Amma, she said, I need to finish what she started. Fulfilling the promise. With Amma's support, Mira began gathering villagers to complete the restoration of the temple. Initially, many were skeptical, but her conviction was unshakable. Slowly, people joined in with donating funds, materials, and labor. Months later, the sanctum gleamed with its restored glory. On the day of the rededication, as the bells rang and the air filled with fragrance, flowers, and incense, Mira felt an unexplainable peace wash over her. She closed her eyes and whispered, It's done. A new beginning. That night, Meera dreamt of Devaki one last time. Dressed in the same red sari, Devaki smiled at her and said, "Thank you." When Meera woke up, she felt lighter, as if a burden had been lifted. From that day on, Meera lived her life with newfound purpose, free from the echoes of her past. Yet she carried with her deep understanding that life, in all mysteries, is a cycle of promises, karma, and bonds we create across time. We hope you like this story. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.